All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, people. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? Yeah, I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a long, long, long minute. A long minute. But nevertheless, we are here. We are here. Tag somebody. Just say it's time to address the nation. Fellow citizens and residents. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Red and ready. You understand? Red and ready. We ain't playing. Trust me. Win, lose, or draw. I sticking with Labour. You hear me? And I could give you a million reasons why. And you guys know. You guys know beyond a shadow of a doubt how I do this thing. I know it's been a while, so the numbers might be a little dwindling, and that's okay. The message must get out there. Even if it's one person get it, it gonna be good. And I know lots of people who normally listen overseas, during their little spare time and their little desk in the office. They're here on the ground now. I don't see a lot of them. At the labor meetings, meeting me, listening in Orlando, listen from Atlanta, listen from Charlotte, listen from this, listen from that. Glad to meet each and every single one of you in the flesh. Yeah, man. So, yeah, folks, it's crunch time. We are now at a very critical point. Just one more day. After today, if the PAM people MK ain't got you an injunction call, the election gonna be tomorrow. So hopefully, and even if they put it off, I mean, it's for a good reason. Because we don't see the shenanigans. We don't see the irregularities even before. We don't smell it a mile away. They don't even confess on the platform that there was cheating in a 2020. And we knew this. We saw it. But what? They had the place in lockdown. They had the place in a state of emergency. So, ain't much we could have done. But this time around, ain't in a state of emergency. But they still got COVID protocols in place. And nobody has studied them thing there. You hear? So they might try everything. Everything under the sun they try. But Timothy can't find 10,000 people who vote to him. I don't care what nobody say. He cannot find 10,000 people to vote for him. But he can find it. He could make it. He could dream it. But he can't find 10,000 people. Them numbers, they were the supervisor election put out the other day. But how people that actually live with themselves, knowing that they do them kind of damn stupidness there. How? And then you're supposed to got some kind of respect for them and respect for their position. To hell with them. You can't tell me that you're going to sell out your credibility, your conscience, your name, your family name for this bullshit? For what? A little bit of money where you can't carry you when you're dead? A little bit of money that you can't even spend because you don't know if you're going to get sick and you're going to need the money? Sickness costs money, you know. Me not ask you, me I tell you. Sickness costs money. Whether you're going to get it here or you're going to get it overseas, sickness costs money. And by the way, before going any further, I want to send out a very special thank you to all the people who have been messaging every single day, sending up prayers every single day, sending support every single day. Even when me ain't answer, they send it again. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support for my family. Most of you already know, I heard the news that my mom is a little sick. I mean, too much details ain't out there about it. You know, some people speculating, and it's only in these kind of times you really see who people really be. And you hear the little comments, them coming in back and forth, because some people that talk don't think and don't even know who they're talking to. You understand? So thanks to everybody for the praise. She getting there, and you know, hopefully she continue to strive and get back to where she was, and we good to go. And on top of that, I lost a cousin of mine's. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. And it was for the same reason. I don't know how many of you heard Curtis Cook calling on the radio and complaining profusely every day about a lady who used to work with him, who took the vaccine. And since she took it, she never been the same again. You see, because my family got a history of blood clots and circulation. You understand? And me knowing this, that's why me decide for myself personally, me not take the vaccine. Let me catch the COVID. Let me catch it. Let me say me little quartel and recover. I prefer to catch the COVID 10 times before me take the vaccine. Who could take it? Go ahead and take it. That's what I tell people all the time. Who take it, take it. Learn about it, understand it. If you want to take it, go right ahead and take it. But for me not take none. You understand? Now, how we supposed to feel as a family? Because they mix the politics in with the public health, you know. I know a lot of people who only take it because the government in power, you know. And if that was reason enough for you to take it, which means you could eat shit too. Because if they bring shit, give you, just because your government say it, you're going to do it. They made it political because they had all the political actors out here promoting it. They even went as far as to say, oh, I encourage people not to take the vaccine. Me never tell nobody not to take it yet. They can't find one tape. And every time me talk, guess what? Me talk publicly. Me talk on radio, me talk on social media, me talk on WhatsApp. Every time me talk, both this thing here, me talk publicly. And they can't find one tape to say, see, yeah, this is where he say, this is where he discouraged people from taking it. My message was always clear, and that's why they couldn't tie me up. If you want to take it, see your doctor, find out what you can find out about it, and go ahead and take it. Up to you. I bring Dr. Sebastian Pan me show twice to talk about the vaccine. When he done talk, a lot of people say, bye, okay, me going to take it. Fine. A lady called me one time, bawling, long water, snot out she nose. Ike she no know what do. Me no know what do. Because I want me job, I got me mortgage to pay, and I threaten people, and I threaten me hard. If you not take the vaccine, they give you all kind of late shift. They would give you a night shift and a morning shift back to back, and that don't ever happen. Suppose you see how they used to harass people. How people work all kind of weird damn hours like people not have no little nigga just for the vaccine. And you got the vaccine and you are still a get COVID. And you still a get it bad. And me talking about efficacy and efficacy. Sounds so damn stupid and bad. But me decide, me no want it. If I needed to travel, well, no problem. Me no must go away. My passport expire and all, and it no even bother me. Once me could go Nevis, me good. You hear? So me no take none. Well, the same lady what Politis were talking about are blood clots. You hear? That's what showing my grandmother a blood clot. My best friend in the whole world. The only human being who I ever trust 100%. My grandmother. At that trial. I remember the night, you know. We were up there, all of us were up the hospital with her. I said, ma'am, I'm going to sing and come back. As soon as I give you out of in here, you come live with me. You hear? Me going to look after you. I said, you want to come live with me? She said, yeah. I said, good. Well, hold on a little bit, get out of in here, and then we going to live together. Boom. Me left the hospital, went to him, sat out myself, went over the married, go sing with Kessie 5. When me over there sing, we get a break, check my phone, me Ross. Grandmother get a blood clot, then I catch it in time. Bam, my best friend gone, just so. I ain't been the same since. I ain't been the same since, Rasta. And so, when some people hearing us talk, hearing us highlighting certain things, and you see only people who don't go to the hospital and see how they function up there would understand. And this is no knock against the doctors and the nurses. Because sometimes when you go up there and you see the state of the place, just the very state of the place alone would be daunting to anybody. While I was up there with my mother, you know, I saw a man in a blue vest, mark on WHO, World Health Organization. And he was being carried around the hospital by a nurse. And he asking, which ward is this? How many nurses are there? And when she tell the man how much nurses on the ward at the time, you could see the man's face change. Because he must be said to himself, what? With the amount of patience when we just walk through the ward and see, only them nurses that you got actually on staff right now working at this present moment, you could see the man was upset. That is an administrative problem. And for years we've been talking about this. And this is why you see I went so hard for this election here. And I'm going to continue to go hard because politicians have a way that when they win, they're looking for the people who like them to put them in administrative position. They're looking for the best people, you know. They're looking for people who like them and who they like to put in position. And when these people go in this position, and this man is not going on bad, they fuck up the whole thing. Go into any ministry and see what go on inside there. When somebody gonna go away for 6 years, study agriculture, study it, and come back to St. Kitts and Nevis, bright-eyed, ready to take agriculture to a different level. And then a government get in power. Put 2 and 3 and 4 people at the very top of the ministry who don't know a damn thing about agriculture. But they're in charge of somebody who went where to study it. And the person is in no position to make any kind of decisions. After all, man. After all, how the hell we supposed to move in leaps and bounds? When you're going to put a political hack, you're going to give somebody a political position based on the politics that they were playing at the time, you give them a big position in administration over somebody, over young people who either been in the ministry for years, not the ins and the outs, went to school to study to come back. And you bring a political hack, say this is your political reward, go in the position there. And they go in, they go papi show themselves. And so what you expect people who do? How you expect the ministry supposed to function? Are the same thing across the entire civil service. You ask anybody and they will tell you. Some don't want to talk because they really and truly want the job. Well, I telling Labour right now, when are you win? Nobody gonna get no political position in them high position in them ministries there, and they don't know about it. Them ministries, they have to grow, have to function. Those people will be an extension of you. So all the good plans and programs that you got, all the 7 pillars of progress and betterment that you have, they're going to never come to light if you take a political hack and put them in a position over people who could actually get the work done. It's counterproductive. I am going to learn a new word today. Counterproductive. Me personally will not tolerate that. And if I got anything to say about it, you bet your sweet ass are going to say about it, and I'm going to call name too. I was going to speak about this with the command leader before I say it publicly, but time has run out. I have observed, because you know me a plain speaker, you know. And we got to have better in this country, you know. A lot of people come to me and say, "By Ike, you're doing a good job. You're doing a great job. And Labour got to look after you. Me could look after me." A lot of people got this thing mix up. That somehow a political party got to look after me. Me like work. Me don't sit down and wait for handout. Me like work. Me like plant seed here, there, and everywhere. Now they got out this screenshot with Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew don't gossip. So how come they got where Dr. Drew said, but then I got who he talk to? They hide that information. That no make no sense. Put out everything. He got some people who disappeared when Labour lose in 2015. You couldn't find them. They were not around. All in 2020, you still couldn't find some of them. Because you see, things don't look too good. It don't look too good. Well, me remember clearly. Because me not watch everything. Me one ocha in a bat no asp on the radio. You hear? Some of them you couldn't even get them do a little post on social media. And me and Politis one up and down. You got partner from number 2, Big Steve. Only a few people was out there batting still in the face of all of this bullshit. And now that things look a little good, you see some of them start to sneak on now and I draw a little closer and I come with the smiling face. I come and talk about they want to give you talking points. Who the ass are you because give me talking points? Things looking a little good now, so are you a sneak back home? But let me tell you something. It not happen this time around, yeah. Because me Ike gonna talk every damn thing. Better you sweet ass span that. And no mere amount of work why you claim that you give me. Or any position why you think that you're going to promise me, going to keep me from talking. You hear what me tell you? Because I'm not afraid. I am not one of them party supporters who gonna see shit and just because something a come so, nah say it. Otherwise, take back all your thing and let me talk. Because I prefer to have a clear conscience than a full bank account. And me could live so and live happy and be alright. Some of you can't live so. Because some of you don't have no conscience. Money is all your conscience, or your bank account number is all your conscience. When not mine, mother still wear me. And me no like people things, and money no cut no shine in me eye. Sometimes me got money, and nobody even know me got money. Because me would go in town barefoot. Me would go barefoot for a whole month and got shoes home. Because clothes and shoes don't mean nothing to me. I just started to dress a little good, but them things don't mean nothing to me. Most of you know. Most of you see me. When I go perform, a black shirt and a black pants and me good. Me no whole dress nice. Me a walk now who years. And just get a little gold chain. Make a little joke, get a little gold chain. Because them things don't mean nothing to me. Driving nice cars and so, yeah, right. I like nice things. But I could do without it. So I am not going to forfeit my conscience for a little bit of money. You know, got enough money in the world. If and when Labour win this election, it's not going to be business as usual. I'm going to talk everything. Because they're going to get away better. The people who support PAM, the people who support PLP, the people who support CCM, if they had any kind of conscience, if they had any kind of conscience and decency, they would have held their political party feet to the fire. But they don't do it. And so we have this goddamn mess that we got right now. All them come out a weep and a ball about Timothy bad and Timothy this and Timothy that. Because you see, some of them don't have no conscience and some of them don't have no principle and some of them don't have no scruples. Money of them the conscience and principle and scruples. Well, not mine. Me and I are in the same class. You hear me tell you? Me and you ain't in the same class. I call things exactly how I see it. Regardless to who it's going to hurt. For instance, I notice when Obi shift his vibes, and I tell you from the get-go, Obi have a right to shift his vibes, wherever he shift it for. And I tell you keep off his page, and some analysts now still went, they go jam him. Well, me left him alone. But this is campaign time. And if you could carry your message, well, me gonna carry mine. Because you're gonna be tit for tat, butter for fat. You understand? It's going to be tit for tat, butter for fat. This is campaign time. If you could switch your mouth speech, well, then you're up for questioning, you're a public figure. If I get up in the middle a campaigning right now and switch my allegiance to PLP, a lot of you would tear me ass to pieces. And some of your Labour people would tear me ass to pieces. I wouldn't get the same love why you got with me. At the same thing. Everybody could switch their allegiance where they need to, but you must be subjected to some kind of questioning. Some line of questioning. That you could see a state of affairs carrying on and can't say nothing. If Timothy was so good, how come he had to go up on the national address to go beg people to vote to him? What happened to Harris again? Harris again? Where is the rambunctiousness that he was carrying on with for the past 7 years? Where's the arrogance? Where's the boastingness? Where's the confidence that he was carrying on with? But you see, he not got the backative no more. Pam and CCM now back him up no more. That is where he now beg you, please vote for me. Who can you trust? Tima, we can't trust you. Nobody could trust you. Everybody who made a sacrifice to put you where you are, you sell them out. You call them out of the name. Douglas bring you into the Labour Party. When you went, we go study. Dwyer them and the rest of the ministers them say you're supposed to get half pay. Dougie say, man, you are a young man, keep your pay. And we gonna look after your constituency who you till you come back. When you come back, you had a constituency intact. Everything was handed to you. And you sell out the man that you call a man out of his name. You call him a vagabond. Well, somebody gonna do that and be a vagabond? People tell me. Somebody gonna do that for you as a young man. And be as worthless as you claim that he be. Them two things that don't make no sense. It doesn't make sense. And you sell out the man there. You can't even call Sam Kanda name. Sam Kanda give up his walk. When Douglas fire you, Sam Kanda walk with you. Douglas Watley and the rest of them, they hold you up and you don't even talk to them people there today. Pam and CCM join with you. You came with one seat. People were watching it like, what the hell? Well, how they could make he prime minister? But you see, they just wanted to get into government at any cost. See, Simmons said it himself the other day in his address. Simmons confessed to everything, spilly guts. The whole time when Politis, Cook and other people was calling on our national hero to say something about this mess that is unity, he knew and said nothing, but all the time, he knew. Because he spilly guts, he said so. Since 2015, with this and with that and with none, with this. So they know all these things. Simmons knew all these things and said nothing. And nobody must question Simmons. Simmons come to address the nation and confess all this shit. Confess all these things. You hear me? Simmons confessed that since when they know they can't trust Timothy, but yet still 2 times they make the man the prime minister. You hear me? And Timothy could get pan away in the national to talk about who can you trust? By Tim, you're not to be trusted. You're not got no loyalty and no allegiance to nobody but yourself. It is clear. Look at the carnage where you left in everything that you are part of. Was something wrong with all them, not nothing wrong with you? I mean, people think if one person and every relationship that he has ever been a part of turns out the same exact way, well, you want to tell me something wrong with everybody else and nothing wrong with you? Not even now with personal life. I will see that day. Something will be wrong with you. If every relationship that you go into politically turns out the exact same way. You come in talking about who can we trust? I'll know you not answer the questions about the voting scandals. You never answered any question about that. They were court documents, not some cushy paper shit where them you make up right now. I try to put people, wait. Not them fake text the wire makes up about Umi. This was a court document. Sworn testimony given to say you Ask for clothes and shoes and watch. And party and food. And you come and talk about Pam them a party. All know you not answer about that. Under you watch as Prime Minister. Herpes scandal. Stem cell research. In we hospital. So some people could make a little sugar cake. Maybe that's why the who people them was down here in the hospital walking around to see what really go on down here in our hospital, World Health Organization. Because the amount of shit where they've been hearing about St. Kitts and Nevis. And you talk about who can we trust? A whole cabinet, all of them come out with the same story. They don't know about the financial affairs of St. Kitts and Nevis. All they're hearing from you is that it's good, but they can't see it on paper. And you don't instruct the people in the Ministry of Finance, let them come to me. You don't tell them nothing. And you come talking about who can you trust? Just because you put 4,000 people on a program to give them $500 a month? That is your claim to fame? The peace program is the guys them is who start the peace program, not you. Just like how you take up Dougie economic plan and roll with it and claim it as your own, is the same way you do to the peace guys them. That is why eventually you had to put out the list to try to embarrass them. But let me tell you something, Timothy. Your tactic failed. Because what you thought was going to happen, when you leaked that list, ain't happen. He thought that there would have been big confusion, that somebody would abuse the people and the peace. No. No. You've finally given us what we've been asking for the longest while. Who is on the peace and how it is working. That is all we were asking for. Some transparency. And now we got it. And we ain't even getting full yet because no name on it from Tabernacle. From what I understand, the names that are from Tabernacle, they take them and they chuck them on other places. They take the names them out of Tabernacle and chuck them into other places so that nobody could say that this person from Tabernacle on the peace program. You thought you would have created confusion. But the people are saying it's showing you something differently. You have now joined everybody else against you. Because you can't go on just a scheme and not be genuine. And that's why I said to them people who talk about them a LP candidate, are you waste all your time, you know? None of you do for Timothy what Douglas do for him, what Sam Kanda do for him, what Sean Richards do for him, what Mark Brantley do for him. None of you. All you ain't do not one scintilla. These people who know Timothy call Papi Shaw and lazy and vagabond. None of you ain't do them things there for Timothy yet. Not an ounce. And look how he treat them there. Well, what the hell are you think he gonna do with all you? What are you think Timothy ain't gonna do with all you? Look what Timothy do. Just to show you how the guy is. Look every candidate who he now got with him. He strategically went after them people. According to Amos from Sandy Point, Stachio was working with Sean down in number 5 as a Pam. And Timothy went after Stachio. To take Stachio from Sean. To think that Stachio could have used whatever little influence he gathered while working with Sean to cut Sean thing in half. To make sure that Sean didn't get elected down there. Well, me not okay if he not get elected down there neither, because anybody who work with Timothy, whatever he do to you, whatever he say about you, it damn well suit you. So me not sorry with him. Just like Amos, I do love Sean like a brother. I won't lie to you. Love him like a brother. You understand? But your actions gave us a Timothy. And yes, Timothy was in labor, doing a bag of shit, and Douglas fired him. That was supposed to be the end of Timothy. Or you give him a fresh start. And or you give him more power than any other human being on St. Kitts and Nevis could have. Not even the premier got as much power as the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. And who gave him that? Sean and Mark. He was just a regular minister in labor. You hear? He was clamoring, trying to get the prime ministership because he knew the kind of power that he could wield. And Douglas was in his way. And so he sought to destroy the Labour Party. But thank you, Timothy, because you make the Labour Party even more robust and stronger than it has ever been. You gave the Labour Party a new constitution, a new way of selecting and electing candidates so that we don't ever end up with another one like you. Because it's going to be checks and balances left, right, and center. Sis, me don't watch everything, you know. Me don't know about you, you know. Me don't analyze everything. Nubian was in the ghetto. Make you think Timothy went after him. Talbot used to work with Labour. The Bass family up in Monkey Hill, big Labour. What make you think he went after Talbot? That's what I keep telling you, you know. I understand Timothy, you know. I understand Timothy. And he made sure he go after the most vulnerable. And he pulled them aside. No, that's a Stachio or all kind of people. He knew to come out. They circulate a court document. Yeah, the court document. You know, this is not a propaganda make up. A court document here. Going court is Social Security, you know. You hear? And see now Amos say that they knew all along that Stachio or people, even Sean says so himself. See Amos say it in his live. No, me say these things, you know. Them a tell upon one another. So for morning, all of them know that is a bunch of crooks and con men. They knew. And they still allow these people to get a hold of our government. And now you come and talk about trust. Simmons will come and talk about vote PAM and CCM. Simmons, you can't influence not even one Labour person. You can't even influence Sydney Osborne, who was a career PAM all his life. You can't even influence him to vote for PAM. But you come to give national address as national hero, and you can't convince not even one Labour person who vote to PAM, and you certainly can't convince none of them PAM people who left PAM to go with Timothy to go back with PAM. Not even one person you could convince. Because when you were supposed to use your position that you got to really effect some kind of meaningful change in the federation, nobody couldn't find you. We wasn't hearing your voice. But when Pam was in trouble, guess what they do? They say no you. Timothy now is on the verge of destroying Pam. And they send for you to try to save Pam. To try to get the PAM base all riled up. Well, if the national hero is so influential, will Mr. National Hero convince Wendy Phipps to come back to be a PAM? Convince Sydney Osborne to come back to be a PAM? Convince all them big PAM people who Timothy say he got with him now. Convince them they first to come back to be a PAM. And when you don't convince them, they come back and talk to me. You late to the game, my lad. That is why they had you up on the platform for the PAM convention. Because they were looking to rile up their base and they thought that you could deliver it for them, seeing that you was a past leader and co-founder and now national hero, that your position that you were bestowed with, the only living national hero, would have some kind of credence and credibility. But too little too late. The shit done happen. And you now come to confess that you knew all along that things not good in team unity and you know say nothing. But one nation you care about. And Kenrick Simmons attacked me about me must read his book. Read the book what? Read the book what? And that is why I tell people me can't vote to Sean. I vote to Sean already, you know. Because Sean my personal friend. So I vote to him. When he was going into politics, he come and he tell us it was me, Beyond, Denzel, who done pass on of blessed memory, GQ, Damian O'Dane, Sean Richards, and myself. You hear? He came to us as friends and said, look, he going into politics. We said, well, partner, we're going to support you, you know, because you are our friend. Even though me a Labour man. I don't give you a chance. And I did. I did vote for Sean. And then me realize, by this and I gone away. This and I gone away. And me tell him point blank, by me going to vote to my party now, you know. Me don't give you a chance. You in parliament, you're going to be all right. Me going to give up my Labour Party, me vote. Me good. Trust me good. And me vote to Najen. Even though me not really too keen for Najen, I vote to the Labour Party. Straight up. If Amos could have come on live and say that you no look after certain people long in Sunny Point, where good God Almighty, we mean not tell no lie. I asked the question the other day and I take me who joke, you know, how much millionaires Sean used his position as Deputy Prime Minister to make in Sandy Point? Our victory. How much? But a close friend of his turned a millionaire. Well, how much people in Sandy Point he turned millionaire? And see now Amos them down there argue over $100 and something $1,000, $40,000, $20,000. But them none of the money. Them there is not no money. How much millionaires he make in Sunny Point? Timothy make a lot of millionaires of his family over in Tabernacle. You were Deputy Prime Minister, how much millionaires you made down in Sandy Point? And people are come to me and talk about, oh, take it easy, pan Sean. Remember you and Sean. This is not a friend thing, you know. This is not a friend thing. If after this election Sean don't want to talk to me again, that is fine. But this is politics, not friendship. Some people say they don't like politics because politics is a break up friendship. Politics is supposed to break up friendship. So you're trying to tell me that just because you're my friend, I must overlook your indiscretions that will affect me? So just because me and you are friend, me must watch your teeth. And not say nothing? Well, if that a friendship, me no want it. If that a how friendship work, me no want it. Not even family. If that a how family work, not me. Eugene Hamilton, who is a PAM. Sean is the leader. Let me break down things. Who are you? Sean and my friend. He's the leader of PAM. Eugene Hamilton and his slate. Well, me got other friends and families and fans who get sick and had to look sponsorship to get medical treatment. Eugene Hamilton was the Minister of Health for how long? 5 years. And he had 2 ministers of health, junior minister and senior minister. Wendy Phipps, who was supposedly a PAM, was also in the Ministry of Health. Look how the Ministry of Health turned out. Do we have our national health scheme? No. Patches, who won on a PAM ticket, and Patches was always a Labour, and Patches switched to a PAM, won as a PAM, under the leadership of my friend Sean Richards. And right now, when I done play basketball 10 o'clock in the night and I come home, I can't wash my balls. Patches was in charge of infrastructure. According to Mark Brantley, Patches stopped the company Bede from putting millions of gallons of water into the system to bring another company, Earthworks or Stoneworks or whatever he say in him. What you mean to tell me, as the leader, Pam, and as my friend, he couldn't have instructed Patches, who was on a PAM ticket, not to do that shit that he did? Are you understand? Are you understand what me say? How much people can beat, how much people can wash because of a decision that Patches made while he was a PAM and Sean was the leader? How much people this water thing affecting? You see, I don't just chat some shit and I don't really understand why you talk. Everything is connected. So because he's my friend, I must just watch him in a position, do shit that's going to affect my life, and say nothing and just continue to support blindly because? So which mean I love all your country then? Given what has transpired for the past 7 years, which PAM supporter could convince me to give PAM a vote again or I try? Why in a shame? The last 7 years, PAM been out of office now for how much? 20 years. Near 20 years PAM was out of office. And they got a go at it again for 7 years. And it was a total disaster, a total mess. And then they got the heart to come to me to tell me again. We must just vote. Just vote, PAM. You have an opportunity to get your first Prime Minister out of Sandy Point. That don't mean shit to me. I don't care where the Prime Minister come from in St. Kitts and Nevis. He could be from Booby Island and I'm going to give a shit. I don't care who run this country, as long as they run it properly. I tell you, me and I, you cut from a different cloth. If a government run this country properly, nobody gonna have no problems. If they go in there and they look at all the ministries and the various aspects of development for our country and they put proper plans and programs and policies and laws in place, everybody's going to prosper. Me auntie remind me of that mom used to say, if bad come, everybody get it. And if good come, everybody get it. So again, it no matter who run this country to me, as long as they run it good. So you can't tell me that after 7 years, you know coming out and confessing what you're confessing, and me must give you a chance to go back in there again. Well, I saw how you operate as the Deputy Prime Minister. What better you could do as the Prime Minister? If you don't look after your own Sunny Point people, you give them a little work in Skillet, you give them a little work here, there, and everywhere. And those are regular people. So you mean to tell me nobody in Sunny Point got a heavy equipment? Nobody in Sunny Point are a contractor? So you couldn't make no millionaires at all in Sunny Point? But please to give me a break here. Please to give me a break. cannot get my vote and cannot get my support politically. If Sean stump it today, and they call me and tell me, Ike Sean stump it, I'm going, I'm going. I'm going. And whatever I could do to help, I'm going to help. If they say Sean got a headache, and only me got the aspirin, we could make him feel better, I'm going. Bet your sweet ass I'm going to left with part of B and I'm going. Because I'm a friend. If I hear something happen to him, I'm going to call him. If I hear they're going to do him something, I'm going to call him and I'm going to tell him I hear it. Watch yourself. Because I'm a friend. So that not got nothing to do with our friendship. People got this thing mixed up and mixed on. There are levels to this thing. Sean is a public accountant. Sean could work anywhere in the world. So him not being the prime minister ain't gonna do him nothing. It's not detrimental to him. I mean, look, he was the minister of culture and sports and education. And he bring Noah Mills. And Noah Mills come and Noah Mills dismantle everything. What we build over the past years in Carnival. He dismantled every goddamn thing. And it affected me. Not just me, but a lot of other people. Look where we Soca Monarch dip went to. We time we build, we Soca Monarch. This Soca Monarch was, boy. And this man come and just rob every single body the wrong way. Everywhere he go, he does that. And we beg and we pleaded to Sean, Lord, not that day. And they say, oh, he's doing a great job. The shows are starting on time. He's doing a great job. Starting on time with our people. In the last year is when he tried to reach out to people. His last year. And try to mend some of the bridges. We not do no nothing. We understand that if you come into a new situation, your job as the administrator is to facilitate. If you come and you meet a system in place, you do the assessment, but you see, that'll be the problem with our people. Imagine me go carnival for years and me never see some people who on carnival. And then Pam win and you see them start to show up again. Man, if you love the thing, you love the thing regardless to who government in. But if you're going to go in there with the intention, oh, this person are labor, me and Pam now, Pam in charge now, yeah, we're going to get them people out and bring in new people. Well, you know what that can do to the entire system? You fuck it up. This wasn't based on any favoritism. It was based on services that you could provide. And service providers should understand that. You think if somebody call me and tell me, Ike, I want you to do this particular show. Me gonna look at my system? No. Your best bet is to call Rascal or call Adrian. Hear me again. Rascal got a sound system. Adrian got a sound system. Blakey got a sound system. Me got a sound system. Based on the type of event that you want me to do, I will tell you I don't have the capacity to do that. My system can't handle that. Your best bet is to call Rascal, Adrian, or David Blake. I don't know if that's how them they operate, but that's how me operate. If I know I don't have the capacity to do it, I don't take the job. Because I'm not going to take the job and then what? Up there scrabbling? diminish the quality of the show? No. That's not how things are supposed to work. And that's how every service provider is supposed to think. If I want to get on their level, then I aspire to get to their level. So that in future, I can accept the work. But as of right now, with the capacity that I have and what you want, I cannot offer my services just to get a payday. No. Call Rascal, call Adrian, call David Blake. I wouldn't get up and want to say, oh, I got a sound system, I want to do me saying kids. You're damn stupid. You know the kind of production that goes into me saying kids? Adrian is accustomed to provide the service for that, so he knows exactly what it is needed to provide the service for that. So I wouldn't even accept that job even if somebody come from Timbuktu and say, Ike, I want you to do. No. Call Adrian. So come on, action. I know. Call Rascal. But Ike, you got a sound system? Yes. But that kind of job I can't handle. I don't have the capacity to do it. When I do, I'll let you know. But for now, call Rascal. Boy, we having a Calypso show, you know. I know. Call David Blake. That's his thing. I'm not delving into that. But you see, you got some of your service providers over there. Are you greedy? Or you want to cut across everybody? Man, if you make your little niche over here, make your little niche over here, no, man. Make your little niche over here and cool, no, man. You're going to somebody else's field for. Me got a sound system, somebody come here and say, I said, no, call robbers. The robbers deal with that there. Because me got something else over here I deal with. And me now bite off more than me could chew. Sometimes things happen that you just can't avoid it and you have to jump in. Like for instance, Culturama just gone. They put a policy in place, no Ike. Whoever want Ike on the road gonna have to pay for him or yourself because he cannot get paid by the Culturama committee. I don't know who the thing come from. All I know, that is what was said to the people who wanted my services. And the people got frustrated. So that was one system out of the equation. Okay, fine. So much so that you had 2 and 3 band apple upon the same sound system on the road. A logistical nightmare. Because people don't understand sound. They feel like because they think it in their mind, because they're bright, it could work so. No. They're different moving parts. But anyhow, Rascal had to go up to Nevis to provide services on the road. Every sound system in Nevis for Culturama, me one left back down here. So me had to jump in and do the labor meeting. Me not customer do labor meeting. So that was a situation that I couldn't avoid. Crowd-wise, I could manage it. But in terms of the logistics and the playing of the music and so, we never did it before. And noticeably so. And so some people were a little bit peeved that they wasn't getting what they're accustomed to get. But Rascal is the person who deals with that. But it could not have been avoided. So I had to jump in. And we tried our best. Last night when me host the meeting, I hear me say, "Bye, Rascal, me glad you come back, you know." Because me couldn't be in 2 places at the same time. But this is what happens when people get greedy, when people upset the balance that you have created and established and just throw people in the deep end based on politics, nothing else, just politics. You diminish the quality of the production that you're trying to achieve. You hear? And that is why this man was up and down, he put up tent and he do this. Man, the 10 people know what they're supposed to do. The stage people know what they're supposed to do. The sound system people know which shows is theirs. Every single year. But you want to bounce and shuffle around things and we. Just because. And you upset the delicate balance that we have worked on for years. Every year, we know, when it comes to the major shows, the big shows, Adrian. The Calypso shows, David Blake. The fringe activities, the band them, between me and Rascal. Large scale Soca Monarch, Rascal. The little band, the little fringe activities around town, we got 3-4 different bands. Okay, he can put on your sound system. Simple. Because Rascal system gonna be in the park setting up for this gig. David Blake gonna be so. Adrian gonna be so. We had the thing set. That's how it is. We found that balance. Everybody eat. Robbers come in. Okay, robbers fit in over there. Fit in everybody so everybody could eat a food. And he just come and just... Because they went to school. Some of the biggest businessmen I know no went no school and no college. And their business a function because what? It's practicality is what works. What you think school be? People finding out how shit actually works and then put it in a book. Well, how the hell you gonna know it work unless you do it practical? That's why there's a practical and there's a theory. Remember in high school he had practical and he had theory? You could know all the ingredients how to cook. But if you don't practice the cooking, how the hell you gonna get the balance right? I could tell you 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of this and 2 teaspoons of that, but we all know that some seasonings have a salt taste and a sweeter taste, so you have to find that delicate balance. The theory and the practical. We used to make eggnog in home ec. You get the recipe for making eggnog. That is the recipe. But you could do everything where it's on the paper. And your eggnog not come out taste like how say where eggnog tastes. Because there's a theory and a practical vibes to it. In practicality, in real life, you find the balance. What you saying? So I say all that. Abonati message me talk about me. But Abonati me know your brother in Christ, the man. Me stop make joke with her, the Abonati. Abonati will message me phone far. 3 people came to me and said, by Ike, they say, put in who you want to be your entertainment. I put up your name and they say, not you. Abonati will you message me phone far. Me know your brother in Christ. Me know your brother in Satan. Me know your brother in nothing. Plain and simple. See me and pass me straight. Come in and pretend with her, you. What about that he really message me phone for? Oh my God. I just come over here just to make sure, you know. Me tell you, right? Not because you and somebody a friend, mean you have to support them politically. Because if their political views and their political etiquette and their political policies are going to affect you negatively, how you could possibly support them? Somebody just remind me that Mark Brantley from down in number 6, according to Timothy, was a big Labour man. You hear him say, my Uncle Dougie, which means he was a Labour man. So Timothy went after him to try to see if he could cut Labour votes. He went after Stachio in Sunny Point to see if he could cut Pam votes. This is what the guy does. Every last one of them candidates they here use. He don't really love them there. Timothy don't love nobody, but he don't even love himself. Everybody who was poppy showed themselves on Timothy's behalf, no differently. Mark, you should have had a conversation with Dougie. You should have had a conversation with Sam. You should have had a conversation with Douglas Watley. You should have had a conversation with Sean Richards and Mark Brantley. Because you ain't do half, not even an ounce of what these people do with Timothy. And hear how he talk about them. He couldn't even call your name right. He called you Mark Brantley. What that tell you? He gonna poison all your mind. You know, see, up to yesterday, he on the national radio talk about the Douglas Labour Party. The Douglas Labour Party. Sounds so damn stupid. And he very well knows that the leader of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party is Dr. Terence Drew. But he dares not say Dr. Drew name. Because he feels if he says Dr. Drew name, that he gonna give Dr. Drew some kind of credence. Dr. Drew don't want no credence from your partner. You can't give nobody no credibility. You in no position. Your moral tank empty. But he has to toe the line. Oh, the Douglas Labour, the Douglas Labour, the Douglas Labour. Like a recitation, like a stick record. Sounds so damn stupid. The Douglas Labour, the Douglas Labour. What Douglas Labour? The same process that they asked you to go through. You didn't want to. Everything you want to do, you want to come to the back door. Everything. Listen to how he sound giving a national address. Please vote for me. Hey, no more. How is again? How is again? How is again? How is... No more of that there. Please vote for me. Think about the $1,000 we're going to give you extra on the PAP. The PAP only 4,000 people. So he wants them 4,000 people to influence their family so they could continue to get their PAP and the peace money. People, Timothy done had a chance. Sean done had a chance. Mark Brantley done had the chance in government. Epic fail. They don't like one another from the start. They don't trust one another from the start, and that's why they're not gonna work though. You know, so they can't even properly articulate something of substance that they actually do. All of them trying to clamor and hold on to the peace. And let me do the peace, let me do the pap, let me do the peace. That peace and pap, that's all. What real substantial development that them they could point to? Let's go to agriculture. None. Go to education. None. Where else you want to go to? Let's go to consumer affairs. Prices are record we are since St. Kitts and Nevis. People who got fast food restaurant, you go this week, the chicken cost this. You go back and the chicken cost something else. So now a chicken lunch is $35. People you could see gas prices. But they could find $300,000 who give Wendy $27,000. Money. Nothing else. I'm gonna give you money, I'm gonna give you money, I'm gonna give you money. What about developing the country? 7 years later, and Timothy Boy still got 70 roads left unpaved. And Patches was the minister of infrastructure. Sean was the minister of infrastructure. You got the budget. But why them road they not pave? All of them responsible. Every last one of them responsible. So no Pam person can't come to me no tell me about no Pam. Me don't want to hear that. You had your chance and you piss it away. Or you couldn't get Timothy turned around. Or you couldn't even agree to get rid of him. Not even that. So if Sean and Mark could not agree in 2020, what make you think Sean and Mark going to agree in 2022? If Sean couldn't stand up for the people of Nevis in a 2020, when Mark tell him that Timothy no want to give Nevis the fair share, if Sean ain't stand up for Nevis then, when he had the numbers, where he gonna stand up for Nevis now? He back against the wall and he walk on the line. You had a chance to stand up for Nevis and you stand up for them. But today, and Mark, you know this. Now today, you Mark want to cry and come and give a Sean. By the way, want him. We don't want him. Based on his record, we don't want him. Maybe Pam people want him, but St. Kitts and Nevis ain't want him. I know some Labour people who believed in the unity concept because they thought that it was a good concept. But poor them and little did they know that nothing tall they got saw. Are you not like one another? Are you not a friend? And are you certainly ain't had the interest of St. Kitts and Nevis at heart? Because look how things turn out. We got a prime minister who can't travel and don't travel. Free to go to the country. Timothy don't leave St. Kitts and Nevis. Shame and embarrassment. None of the leaders around the world want to see Timothy. Not one. Here, congratulate everybody, congratulate him. When last you hear a sitting leader of a country say anything good about Timothy? I can't wait. Not one. People, the choice is very clear. The choice is very, 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 very clear. We gave them a chance. I mean, when you look at the Labour team, anybody in there could work in the ministries that they are allotted to, because in their personal life they did it. You talk about who can you trust? You can't trust them there. How you trust them there? Oh my God, oh. You can't trust them. Give them time. The government's still young. Government's still young. But I saw you had a plan. People, simple. Vote Labour. Even if you're a Pam, they don't embarrass you. You got a leader now who can't even keep his flock together. He had to go back for a past leader to come to try to appease you, to try to appease the Pam in you. And I could talk about Labour? Who can you trust? Not you, Tim. Not, oh me Jesus Christ, Kevin Labour, the Tony man. Bye, Kevin. I look down just in time. And I can't even pin the comment because I'm in the wrong food. People, make sure you know where your polling station is located. We don't want no spoiled ballots. Go in the box with the hand and make it nice and neat. Don't touch the sides. Go early and pay attention to everything. We hearing all kind of shushu, we see all kind of video come out about this, but it's too little, too late. And them kind of dirty politics, they PAM and PLP the practice. Up to yesterday, why them the way he named the clicks done from down in Sunny Point. He nearly dead the other day, run on pan the vehicle, mash up the scooter where he get the other day. Knocking on death's door and everybody pray who him. Because I know people try to talk to him. But he get up yesterday in the name of Timothy and wish death upon my mother. And I'll know I can't hear Desiree. Me only get up on stage and say, well, the new BBB is Trevidan. Desiree Wilson, who went up on stage going da Stachio. Well, by boards of a feather really flock together. Because they think only them one could get nasty. Me could get nasty too, because me know things about people. And she jump on an Obi post. Oh, I'm disappointed. But a whole man wish death from my mother, and I'll know you can't hear Desiree Wilson. Well, Desiree, you could keep your disappointment, Jay. Keep it. When people talk about how politics could destroy friendship, me and Obi gonna be good. Because me and Obi know how this thing go. But some of you overzealous. Who not abuse Obi, abuse me. You keep out. Me and Obi not fall out over this year. This year politics, and that's as far as it goes. But you went as far as to wish death upon my mother. And all of a sudden you can't hear the people who were so disappointed in EK. And all me simply say, Trevidan is the new BBB. That not take nothing now for Obi. He not dead. He still got 2,000, now 20,000 followers. And now you bawl and squeal. Oh, can't believe EK's not there. And a whole PLP man wish death upon my mother. And you can't hear them now. Nobody's outraged no more. When me no wish death upon Obi, because Obi my partner. I practically every day me and Obi talk. And sometimes we don't even talk politics. But it just goes to show you how some people be. And frankly, me not really take it personal, Because I know the individual. And if you hear a dog bark, you can't get upset because that's what a dog's supposed to do, bark. So when you see certain people say certain things, you can't vex with them because they knows no better. They knows no better. When the girl down in Rams say, oh, one less vote to Pam, they knows no better. Maybe that's why she work in Rams. Not that there's anything wrong with Rams, but maybe that's why she work there. I could get personal, Let me tell you something, right? Me could abuse like any old web TBH, When I see a gay man abuse, me could abuse like a gay man, Stink, Call you out of your name, But what? Me pan a higher intelligence. Me know how to upset you. And me no go get personal with you. And me know your business, but if I get personal with me, bet your sweet ass are gonna wrinkle up your ass. Me know how to abuse. A sunny point me family. Me tongue dirty. Pick the dirtiest drain in St. Kitts and Nevis. I think the one crossed by the police station and the one down by KFC. One out of them today. The dirtiest drain you could find. Well, me tongue dirtier than them there. Me not ask you, me tell you. Even if you got a handicap child, me abuse that there too. If you get by my wrong side. So, me know how to abuse. He had a man down in Challengers when they had the youth rally for Labour. Thought it best to tell me, F off. Hard in the code. While I was waiting for Grandmasters to strike up. Well, who tell he do that? By the time I done with he moved from a part he went on a part I couldn't see him. Not another word. Because I make abuse. Christina Way said don't stoop to the level. No, sometimes you gotta go down upon some people level, you know. Because when some people realize that you try to keep your thing on a certain level and they feel like you can't abuse or they feel like you don't have nobody, they want to go on with the baddies and the baddies and the baddies and the baddies and the baddies. So sometimes you got to take out your earring, take off your shoes, turn around, gap your bottom hole after them, and wrangle them up and show them that you could get grimy too. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes, not all the time. She quick to jump on and Obi yesterday talk about she disappointed in me because I Mr. Trevis and I didn't baby. Let me do something to Obi. Obi could defend himself. Obi no one I defend him. But a man will walk up and down with she behind Stashio, wish death upon my mother, and I'll know what can get a message from Desiree. But every time upon a Labour platform, she message me. She disappointed. But I'll know. I can't hear her. And me no harbor no ill will. Me well want to vote Labour. Just vote Labour and everything will be better. That is how I will deal with them. Just vote Labour. Me not abuse you. Just vote Labour. I don't have to abuse you. Just vote Labour. Don't waste your vote. Timothy has caused enough problems in St. Kitts and Nevis. He has caused enough division. He done cause enough problems. Just vote Labour and let everything go back to normal. I tell you, me smarter than them, you know. Me smarter than them. They may use all kind of tactics to get me riled up and get me off track. No, I am focused. Just vote Labour. You don't like me? That's okay. Just vote Labour. You want my mother dead? That's okay. Just vote Labour. You hear? To the young lady down in Rams who say one less vote for Parliament, no problem. Make sure you vote Labour. You hear? And tell your friends to vote Labour. And let we get back a country that everybody will prosper. That everybody will eat. You know, guys, sit down over there and watch them over there. Well, how come you get all this money here? And we. No. Them days they're done. Just vote Labour. You hear? Simple. That is all. Just vote Labour. We done try the others. We done try the rest. Now it's time to get the best. Good, better, best. Simply. That is the case. Since I know people dirty, but they ain't gonna get me off track. When my mother first went into the hospital, and they say, "Oh, good, we got him now. He not do no more show now. He not do no more talk show now. His voice gone." Well, people, let me tell you. Sometimes I see me come here to do these shows and hear me on radio, all jolly and happy pappy. I go into some real struggles in my personal life, but ain't our business. Who no. Sometimes I hear me a laugh and inside me well warm ball. A family member just passed away, a good friend just passed away, but hey, life goes on. I will find my time to grieve. Sometimes me come on the radio talk and laugh and me just get a bite. One of me human them bite me. And okay. I mean, I go lie, you know that. Me got me work to do still. Because life goes on. If I can manage, I call my therapist. I schedule an appointment and I go and have a sit down. And we work it out. Get my mental health back on track. So not because you're going through certain things in life mean that you ain't supposed to function. At the end of the day, life goes on. So I don't take this thing personal because I understand it's silly season. So any little thing they're going to use. Just vote Labour. Oh, we going to vote Labour, you know. I got a feeling so. They got to do what they got to know because the sugar cake a rule. But if you really serious about your country, if you really serious about St. Kitts and Nevis and want to see better for St. Kitts and Nevis, you vote Labour. There's no two ways about it. No two ways about it. Just vote Labour. I will continue to say so. But you can bet your sweet ass that Labour gonna have to bring it. And not because Labour win, me gonna just dismantle me whole setup and not talk still, you know. And you see, me's a man, me could pick up my phone and say, Dr. Joe, this. And he not got to send no wrecking crew after me. He not got to say, well, oh, don't give Ike my work because Ike just disagree with me. That ain't the kind of leader you're going to have. Dr. Joe ain't going to walk in nobody's office and tell them, oh, I want you to move this person because they're over there talking bad about me on Facebook. Them days they're done. Oh, now give them no land because them not Pam, not Dr. Joe. He not set up so. So vote Labour. You hear? I hear what I say? Them days they done. All the time I see every Labour candidate up on the stage every night at their meeting, you realize they got on different shoes. And nice shoes, they buy them themselves. And I want to big up the stylists for Labour. How you got the candidates them looking posh. You understand? No millionaire gonna come talk about who he want to give with prime minister no shoes and no watch. Dr. Judah wear a watch, I believe so, you know. But he buy them himself. Sis, don't worry about who the girl be in Rams. She gonna be alright. She gonna vote Labour. When she vote Labour, guess what? We're gonna get a prime minister who is passionate about healthcare, who gonna make sure that the hospital is sorted out. You hear? The nurse is going to get the right pay. The ward's going to be properly staffed. The hospital is going to be properly managed and run. And so all who go up there are going to receive top-notch health care. So that's okay. Don't worry about her. I'm going to deal with her. She vote Labour. Simple. But I just put things into context just to show you what really going on. You hear? At the end of the day, Sanjo will say, you join. Oh my God. But you got to put things into perspective for people. The gangsterism, all that they gone done. The calling of the name, oh, I give you this and I give you that, and so therefore you must. No. They want a rambunctious prime minister. They want a decent prime minister. Not the prime minister who going to tell you, oh, call the functionaries and all them foolishness. A prime minister who gonna see people over there are hungry and gonna tell you about come fast and pray. No. Let's call the Care Foundation. Let's call EK. EK, Care Foundation, partner together, start to put some packages together to look after St. Kitts and Nevis people. That's the kind of prime minister we want. One with a little bit of compassion, a little bit of empathy. And not just for your family, but for everybody. We don't see a clear example of how we do not want we country to run. You go into any establishment in St. Kitts, you got to watch what you say. Because if you look on how it's in there. You say something on the radio, you show up in court, how it's in there. So you go be so careful. No. We are not supposed to be living in fear. We're supposed to be living in love. Nobody undermine, nobody dig out, nobody and all them kind of foolishness, yeah. Our Prime Minister don't know when last he went to a heads of state meeting. Everything he do on Zoom, he don't want to go nowhere. He don't want to left the country because he not sure he can come back and meet it. Can't do the people's business properly. Got too much of things stacked up against him. He got to micromanage everything. You know how we country runs some, man. Decency is what we want. There is no other choice but Labour. Don't waste your vote. Secure a government who is actually going to work on your behalf. Put things to work. You want a government who you can question. Well, what happened to this? What happened to that? And you don't get no lot of rigmarole. Well, remember when Douglas was in and all kind of damn stupidness when you ask him about. You want straight answers. Oh, you see the recent interview, the press conference where they had? That they fall flat coming and said about that day. I call it and I want to buy about it. A reporter get up to ask a question based on what Kendall say about sports. So the reporter get up and say, well, okay, what about the infrastructure, the present infrastructure that we have? What are we going to do about it? Because some of them are very dilapidated. Some of them need some real care and some real love. We can't even play international football in Warner Park. We have to go over into the cricket stadium. The same cricket stadium where they say Douglas and Labour waste money pan. And that's why I save our life. So we could actually go and see we footballers play some football. So the reporter asks about that. My God. Timothy, well, first of all, Sandra Queally take the mic and say she don't understand the question. And start to look on. Sandra, really? And Timothy take the mic to say, what we have here is modern facilities. But you just hear the reporter say, we can't play an international football game on we football field because the lights are not up to par. We gotta go up on the cricket field. And he take the mic to say that what we have is modern facilities. Lie. He can't help himself. Timothy just got to tell lie. Can't answer you straight. How are you supposed to write a story based on what he just said? That's the first thing he started by saying, what we have here is modern facility. Partner, no. We ask you, what do you intend to do about them? For the past 7 years, you don't do nothing. What you intend to do about them? The man said, what we have really is modern. Lie. Just lie, you nothing. Come on, man. What make you so lie? We want serious people in government, people. Serious, serious, serious people. And so, Friday, vote Labour. Put your ex by the hand in every constituency. We don't want to mix up. We don't want a coalition. We don't want a confusion. We just want a Labour government. Pan people, I understand you love your party, but love your country a little more. Put yourself, put your fellow nationals, and put your country first. Your party had 7 years to fix healthcare, to fix education, to fix infrastructure, to fix agriculture, to fix the prices that you pay, to fix the taxes, to fix the system, to make it easy to do business. Go try renew your passport and see how long it take you. You got to go down there, go buy stamps. Stamps to the police record, stamps to this, stamps to that. Go get your birth certificate up the village, up 5 ways, then go back down. Go. All these things you got to do, bang, 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 just to renew your passport. It's not supposed to be that difficult. If it's one government, how about a database that holds all this information that anybody could access at any given time with the necessary clearance, of course, so that renewing your passport doesn't take you all day. You got to take off a whole half a day from work just to renew your passport. To clear a vehicle, it practically take you all day. You go get this stamp down there, then go up and get that stamp up there. Watch, the first order of business, Dr. Joe, if you're listening, or if somebody could tell Dr. Joe, we need a shed in Boardrock that house all the necessary institutions that you need documentation from, stamp from, in the vicinity of the port for the ease of doing business. That's not hard to do. You got to empty that opposite one stop part, everybody to park up. Man, even if you want to put down 2 containers side by side, deck them out with door and window and put some AC in there. And put the brokerage in there. Put a department to traffic in there. So in case somebody want a license, they could just run across there and come up so. Not supposed to take you all there, clear nothing out of the port. You got to go down so get the paper, then come back up. So, man, put an office up there. We part, everybody could put a personnel or 2 to make it easier for our people to do business, man. Upgrade the facilities, upgrade the system. Conwis Maynard spoke last night about e-business, making it easier. If somebody overseas want to renew their passport, we're paying for all these consulates around the world. You need a police record. Passport office, boom, boom, boom. You log into the system, you pull up Maurice Flanders. Maurice Flanders, okay, he was not born here, but here's his birth certificate, here's his citizenship paper. Boom, 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 you log in, you send off an email or request to see what his police record look like, bam, bam. You get back on your computer, boom, you start to process EK. Simple. Sometimes you walk in somebody's government office, a pile of paper. Man, time to get away from that. Them thing that attract mold and dust and all them kind of thing there. We make it think most of the government office them got to shut down. We need to modernize our system. 'Cause You go, you go to your doctor. Let's say you go to Dr. Garfield. Okay, Dr. Garfield, okay, Maurice Flanders, born such and such at a time, live such at a time, boom, boom, boom. All the information is inside here. EK, where you come here for? Okay, boy, I got back pain. Okay, boy, I'm going to prescribe this medication for you. Bam, 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 bam. This is also happening to you. This is your medical report. Bam, 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 bam. In Garfield system. Right? I go to the hospital. I show up there with something else. The person at the desk or in administration supposed to pull up Maurice Flanders in the system. Okay, he's on this medication. He last saw Dr. Garfield. Boom, boom, boom. 2 years ago, he saw Dr. Warner for this. Bam, 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 bam. All the information is there. So then you can tell the people in the emergency room who dealing with EK at the point in time, this is EK's medical chart. These are the medication that he on. So you know what to give him, what not to give him. You know what to look for from what not to look for. So that way I don't have to be up the hospital or call Dr. Odanton 12 o'clock in the night, Dr. Nariani 12 o'clock in the night if something happened to me emergency to find out where we're making it. Because, watch, you as a regular person, none of the name of the medication, you can't call them name there. You can't even read on the paper what the prescription say. So how you supposed to know? Put it in a system. And you monitor the system so you see who have access to that information. Only people who are authorized to access that information will be able to access it. This can save a lot of time and a lot of lives. Well, me never work in healthcare. Me don't know how we work. But simply that, it happens around the world. It will save a lot of time. Somebody shop, okay, fine. She's on blood thinners. In the system, most of the doctors around St. Kitts and Nevis to work up the hospital anyway. Your chart's supposed to be accessible even if you go to the drugstore. Boom, you're gone in the system. If you need a prescription, that got to go in the database. It will save a lot of time and a lot of life. Dr. Jumi, I beg you hard. Between you and Canwis, put this thing here in place, Rasta. Even up the hospital, even up the airport. You're coming up the airport, man asks you how long you plan to stay, and you got a St. Kitts passport. You got all the information in front of you, still ask me question. Government need to begin to share data. You can't tell me that this part of the government not talk to that part of the government there. Police don't know what go on in the courthouse, and the courthouse don't know what go on in police. How is it when you go to a loan? You go to a financial institution. They give you sign a paper so they could call loan to find out where you are. Okay, fine, because these are different separate entities, so they need to be got permission from you to look into your thing. But anything to do with government, the information supposed to be readily and easily accessible to make it easy to do business. You're supposed to be able to go online, pull up NHC. Okay, I want to apply for a piece of land. This is the area I want to apply in. Boom, 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 boom. You're sending your application via your phone or whatever. And they're supposed to have a database up there to know, okay, fine, land is available here, how many lots, what it costs, boom, boom, boom. Shoot back the personal email, tell them, okay, fine, we have received your application, allow for this amount of time for processing. So that you know, not that you full out a piece of paper, you carry it up NHC, somebody take it and then they shove it on or something there, and then your application up there for 2 years on file. Garbage. Till today, these lot of papers contributing to environmental problems and hazards. You want to start a business, it's a new business, you go into the database, guess what? Your business ain't under the law. So when you go get your business license, then I will put you as. It's supposed to be constantly updating. I want to renew my business license, I got to go down a sampling line in Inland Revenue. Inland Revenue done gone to E. So you could pay your things online. But there must be a way that either I get my thing mailed to me or I could have an e-license on my smartphone. So if in case of any problem, somebody come to me, EK, we want to see your business license. Boom, I pull it up on my phone, here it is. Government seal everything. Make it easy for people to do business, because people not got no time for all these foolishness. Done away with this lot of paper. I mean, and mind you, just like in anything else, anything could go wrong, back up the system. Back it up. Look when we had the fire over the courthouse back in the day. You know what people, land paper burn up? Scan them, put them in a system. All them dilapidated house around the place, put them in a system so you could type it up and see what's going on. In hard to do, you know. All it needs is some leadership. And the right people in the right position. So Dr. Joe, may I beg you, all them people who are come and creep back around now because Labour look like that do good, watch them. When you put your government together, put the best people to get the best results. It's not that you're overlooking anybody, but you have a goal to accomplish. Some people going to get upset and some people going to get vexed, and that is okay. They're going to be all right. But at the end of the day, but I wish the cock, they would just hush. Hey, somebody called Talbot and tell him come cocky, see, because me fed up. Every time I try to make a point, he makes some noise out there. Cause somebody called Talbot and tell him come cocky, yeah? Jesus Christ, man. So the point I was trying to make, not because somebody was there rallying with you, mean you must take them and just drop them in a position as a thank you for rallying with you. Assess them. See if they are the best fit to accomplish what you want to achieve. Place them strategically and properly. Some people gonna work. That's why some people don't like Bradshaw, you know. I like stupidity. They just get the cocky joke. I want my prime minister to be somebody who's going to make sure that the best people are in the best position to get the best results. Far too long in St. Kitts and Nevis, we having these problems. Somebody rally with you, so you just take them and give them a PS position because, no. What you're trying to achieve in the ministry, what you're trying to achieve on a national level, what direction are you going in, and who could help you get there? Otherwise, I will be the biggest thorn in Labour's ass. Kind of happen. And even me, you don't want to people come and say, "By EK, we want you to get a big job in government." No, me all right. If he come and I think that I could do the job, I take it. If I can't, I will tell him plain out, me not take that day. Because I have no problem with deferring to people, you know. Some of us ain't reached that maturity there yet. If I know I can't do a job, I ain't gonna take it. Just to make a money. And then what? You got somebody out there who better suited for the job? We got to get to a stage where we got to stop being so damn selfish and greedy. When I hear Timothy Nee say that when you come from university, go on this step for 2 years till you figure out what you want to do with your life. Darling, that's not how you develop a country. You get your best minds on the job. Put them in position and give them opportunity so that they can make the greatest change and the greatest advancement in any field that they're in. Not put them on step. You come back with a degree in environment and they put you on the step to work in somebody's supermarket or in somebody's office. And in the meantime, they got somebody in environment who not studying our environment, just support a political party or a candidate, and they get a big job. And in the meantime, you got qualified people, bright-eyed people, ready to develop a particular area. And you put them on this step to figure out what they want to do in 2 years. Are you a tear down people confidence? Are you a broke down people resolve? Who gonna come do that there? In a better you go somewhere about the place you go look a work that can utilize your talents and your skills and your education. I hear how we talk about brain drain, but it's the politicians is who encouraging this garbage. Dr. Drew, no. You come back to study law. You come back from studying law. You can't go into your private practice. Okay. You have a particular area in which you study law? All right. See where we could properly place you. You look in the legal department, you see what's going on inside there. Boom. We need a law written, or we need to revise a law. Boom, 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 boom. Get to work. You put some half-ass who was helping you in the campaign in legal and then the elbow from their ass. Can't produce nothing. But because they help you during the campaign, you give them the position there. Garbage. No. No. No time at all. See, Linda Clark said, do background checks. Because if we did do background checks, we would have never end up with patches. If Pam and CCM did do background check, they would have never gone in with Timothy. We would not have this mess till today. They would have left him at Douglas where see him. You hear people in agriculture ball. Mind you know, Mrs. Adam, you know. You hear people in different ministries a ball. Because the people who the politicians exalt to certain positions, they're wicked and they're bad and they're backward and they're bad-minded. We want a government that is progressive. We want a civil service that is progressive. You can't tell me that your wage bill, $2 million a month, and you not function. You send something over the courthouse and you got to wait 2-3 months before you can get it back. How? And so much of people work in the courthouse. Bye. People, I'm going to shut down this live, because I got things to do. But I will say to you, make sure that you go out and you vote for Labour. See ya? Me and me get all kind of news, Big transaction, what they say? Big transaction with PLP treasurer. You look at work, yeah. Motto. Let me see what's going on in here. All kind of things are going on in St. Kitts and Nevis. Tell her this thing was about money. People really believe in this money thing, you know. Money, watch here. Money could done, you know. And when you're dead, you can't go with it, you know. When you're sick, you can't use the money go into the medical bills. Me not see where people are covet themselves for a little bit of money for me, understand? How? Buy me no buy. People, it is time to put our country back on firm footing. I keep saying that it's time for our country to be decent again. Certain people have no call, near, in, or close government. We need a difference. We need better. I don't know how else much to say it. Even if you have not seen a candidate, you have heard the message. You have a clear example of how you don't want your government to run. They don't get a chance. Staying home ain't gonna help you. Go out and vote. If you don't know who to vote for, just go in the ballot box, look for the X. You got it on your pencil, you got your X, and you look with the hand. Just rest your X, that's so. You understand? Just look for the hand and just rest it there. Don't watch the name. Just look for the hand and put it X there. Everything gonna be alright after that. You have a clear example of what you don't want as a government. You gave them a chance. They had 7 years. That done. Time for somebody else. And if them they come and they publish themselves, we send them home too. But go in that booth. You got the X. In the little box, you put your X next to the hand. And everything gonna be all right. He can tell you so. I've never lied to you before, and I never steer you wrong before. And if I do steer you wrong, you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm gonna walk my ass off for the next 5 years to correct it. Because I've been warning you in 2013, 14, and 15, you know. I've been telling you so. And somebody say, okay, give them a chance and see. But now you see. The corruption, the nepotism, the victimization. They say no victimization. Imagine up that about we welcome all. No victimization. But yet still you cannot feel comfortable putting on a labor shot, a palm shot, at this, unless somebody come after you and attack you. And they say no victimization. You can't even go up on the live and express an opinion. The moderator block you, remove your comment. That's how they welcome all. Some people that come and labor, nobody not much here. You come and you hear. If you don't like what you hear, you can leave on your own fruition. Or you could stay right there and you could abuse in the comment section. You're going to be all right. Labor is a true democracy. A true democracy. Who this be? Touj? Labor when we start broke house again. But you broke house all the time, Papi Shaw. People break house all the time. Crime down, but house still a break. Little nigga still a get molested, but crime down. But that the only crime? But anyhow, now study foolish people. People just put out them kind of things there to get you hysterical. Imagine that. If Labour win, people gonna start to break house again. like host not break all the time. These are just scare tactics. It just goes to show you, Timothy not gonna respect with the peace man them, He think you're stupid, He trying to sell to the rest of the world that if he lose government, you're gonna start to kill one another again. But he think you're stupid. Is you come up with all your peace? Is you decide to call truce and done with the foolishness? Is you? It wasn't him. But he round and round trying to convince the world that if he comes out of government, you're going to just start to kill one another just so. People, these little scare tactics that Timothy trying, don't buy them. Know the facts. Timothy did not start any peace. Timothy did not broker any peace. Timothy came in 18 months after the peace was already being brokered. 18 months. And if it's not 18 months, it's just below that. 60, and a matter of fact, let me go look quick and see. See? I was there from day one, so I could talk. He chatting after the fact. Him and the rest of them came in almost 18 months after. Are you here? That is somebody who was there from day one telling me these things. 18 months after the peace talk came up and the peace was in progress. Negotiations were in progress. 18 months after. So he didn't initiate anything. He didn't start anything. Nobody fool are you. But he know hijacking it on his own as he do it. Pam now taking credit for the team unity inspired. The Pam inspired team unity. Crime is down 43%, dog. People are going off of here. Again. I would say to you, please, 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 do not gamble with your future. Pam had their chance. CCM had their chance. They gave Timothy a chance. And they failed us all. People in St. Kitts, it will be better with a Labour government. Because nothing can worse than this. Not a thing could be worse than this. So it's only going to get better. Vote Labour. Simona, use the words them, you're going to be all right. Vote for the hand. You don't see Jeffrey at work. Most of you don't see Marsha at work. In number 3, you don't see what I want up there. Not she. Give back canvassy work. Let's make the ease of doing business in St. Kitts better. Let Congress go and put this system that I spoke about this morning in place. At the hospital, He done a traffic. Time for it to go into all the government institutions. So you don't have to be running up and down. Then the motor driving, I do just drop my sister here, go get this thing, go up and down the place, just to renew your passport. If government headquarters ain't big enough, then we find a space where we could put all the government institutions under one head or a branch of them so that people can just go to the government office and get whatever business they need done instead of just up and down in town, round and round in town and no park in there. Fix it. Feeding we self, taking agriculture serious. That a Samal down in a number 4. Don't waste your time with the rest of them. Just like how Timothy come over and he asks you to lend me your vote. Lend them your vote. You don't lend them, take it back. Samal. Number 5. I know how you down the normally Pam. But Pam embarrass are you. And Sunny Point people don't like shame and embarrassment. Even if you want to continue to wear your yellow shirt and motorcade and all them kind of things, you have time, no problem. On election day, just put your X by the hand and walk away. And watch your country and your community get better. Number 6, me no go tell you what do. I don't know the program. I don't know the assignment. Number 7, the boy don't look after you. He up and down look after everybody else except you. Take back you vote. Labour people in number 7, take back you vote. Take back your government. He up and down a campaign with everybody. He tired say I don't treat him better than he deserve. He say it. Give somebody the work who can actually look after you. And are you? All are you? Not just who got your last name. And you reach to Cayan, Keys, Canary, St. Peter's. You got a decent man. Even though he may have lost one election, kind of lose 2. The thief the other one in 2020. The thief it. Don't give any room at all for any kind of thieving. Send him home clear with at least 200 to 300 votes ahead. So there will be no discrepancy. Number 8, I could get our Prime Minister. Make a way to mines. No matter where the Prime Minister come from, once he gonna go in there and do a decent and respectable job and don't embarrass us, I don't care where he come from. Those are just semantics and Talbot can do it to you. I know that for a fact. Bakaliko, my friend, but no. Too little, too late. That's the same PAM government we couldn't help you who get your money. Even Talbot say number 8 has been neglected. Well, who number 8 belongs to right now? Now I'm PLP man. Imagine, Eugene Hamilton, a career PAM, join with Timothy and tell PAM, I mean, I'm not with you. And Talbot up and say number 8 has been neglected. So why would you even choose a PAM or a PLP in number 8? Patches was a PAM and he stopped Bede from putting the water in the system. That's why you can't get no water obeyed in a Cayan. So why would you give back these people your vote again? After they embarrass you, sir? Well, after all, Dr. Junior do you nothing. You had a PAM ton PLP. A PAM ton PLP. A PAM ton PLP. And you still a getting that board. You try them all. You don't try PAM in number 8, you know. And you on the PLP right now in number 8, you know. And you still a getting that board. So your best choice right now is Dr. Joe. Put your ex by the hand. Put your ex by the hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time. I know it's been a while, but I had some things to deal with. But we good to go. Hopefully Big Lights get his things sorted out with the internet so that we could have we own election watch over in the pub. Live and lively. You hear? And if Big Lights says that out himself, I gonna be here. Check it out. Live and lively. Because we watching everything. We gonna be bringing in a new labor. A new labor government. You ain't never hear me talk like this before, ever. And it's because of the muck and the mess that I saw for 7 years. Who want to say it's personal, go right ahead. Who want to talk all kind of things and put out all kind of video and threaten people live, you go right ahead if that is your politics. The mere fact that you have to do all those things to try to intimidate and put fear into people, it simply means that you have nothing to go on. If you were so good for your 7 years, what make you threaten people? What make you try instill fear in people? Why? Why? Just ask yourself that simple question. Somebody asked if people could join in person. We don't want a lot of noise over there. In a bar shop. What you saying? It's going to be a conference vibes, like a round table discussion, watching the elections. Okay? All right. So people, again, thanks for the time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I get on radio today and continue the bubbling. But in the meantime, have yourself a great day and bless upon yourself.